Well, hello, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and thank you for joining me today for my Tickle Tuesday video. What we're going to do today is make a kaleidoscope tile card. I got this idea from Amanda Fowler, who is a demonstrator in the UK, and she shared it on her YouTube channel, and it looked like a blast to make. So I'm going to go ahead and go through it with you, and you'll see how fun and how pretty they can be. All right, first thing first, we got to get some preliminary items taken care of. I'm going to get my cutting board out here, and you will want two pieces that are 4 inches by 5 1/4. One will be for the inside and one will be for the outside. All right, and then you're going to want another basic white piece that's just over 4 inches. It'll be like 4 1/8 by just over 2 inches, like 2 1/8. That's really important to remember. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is choose a bunch of colors, which I have done here. And you're going to want to line them up, and we're going to put them together. And what I did is I cut um, two pieces of these strips, of each strip, in case I needed to add to the card. So just keep that in mind. It's better to have more than enough than not enough. All right. And each of these strips is 1/4 inch. Length doesn't make any difference. About 6 inches would be fine if you want to get fussy about length. But it's not really necessary to worry about. Okay, I'm going to take, before I start doing anything more with that cutting board, I'm going to get started with this. I'm going to use this as my top card, and I am just going to put this sentiment on the bottom. Happy birthday. All right. And I'm going to grab my chamois here to clean that off right away. All right. Now we got that taken care of. Then I'm going to take, see, this is 5 1/4 by 4, so this would be 5. I can't think of it. I know what it is when I get it all done, but anyway, this is by 4. This would be 4 1/8 by 5 1/2 and another 1/8, so that would be 5 5/8, I believe. Okay, so and then you have your basic card, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, folded or scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this right away. And crease it with my bone folder so that we have a good crease in there. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it on the inside. Now you want to get all of this, I call it preliminary stuff, done ahead of time, because once we start putting the tile pieces on, it's not very easy to glue everything together. So you want to put as much as you can together ahead of time. So we're going to put this down. And And by the way, that's garden green. This is granny apple green. See, it doesn't come down a full quarter, just like we usually do when we layer them. You just have a real narrow edge all the way around. And then the white gets on top of that, and that will have another very narrow edge. Come on. That should be fairly good. All right. Then you're going to want your silicone mat because you're going to be doing a bunch of gluing. We're going to take our little piece that's just over 2 inches by just over 4 inches, and we're going to put glue on top of it. Now you can use any kind of glue you want. I'm just using the Stamp and Seal, excuse me, the Stamp and Seal because it just holds everything in place better. But that's up to you. You don't have to do it that way. All right, and then I'm going to take my pieces. I've already kind of put them in the order that I want them to be. So it's just a matter of laying them on this little card. And you're going to want to butt the pieces right up against each other all the way through this. Yep. So come on. Sometimes I have to just turn it so I can see it better. All right. So this is crushed curry, lemon lime twist. This is darling duckling. And I'm putting a white in there just to make a little contrast and keep the darker colors separated from the lighters. It just, I don't know, it stands out. It makes it look sharp. Then this one is lemon lolly. And I'm starting over with crushed curry again. Oh, I missed one. I thought so. This is delightful daffodil. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to start over with crushed curry again. Oh, did I put the wrong one? Something looks funny to me, and I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. Oh, this is not crushed curry. This is crushed curry, and this is more darling duck. So I'm going to take that away. I know I won't need it, so I'm just going to put this down, which I know is the Daffodil Delight. All right. Now we're going to add the crushed curry again. And the granny apple. And then it would be the darling duck, but we are so close to the edge here that I know that that's going to just be cut off. So I'm not going to worry about it at this point. So you get this all together. And what I like to do is I like to take my paper snips and just cut along one edge. So that makes it easier for me then to line this up to make it exactly 4 inches. And then this one will be exactly 2 inches. Oh, come on, it's crooked on me. There we go. See, and that cut off that bottom edge, so I didn't need any more. Now what you want to do is we're going to cut this into triangles. And we're going to end up with 8 triangles all together. So you're going to take your 4 inch, and I'm going to put that down to 2 inch. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to take one of those pieces and I'm going to match up the points in my grooves. All right, I'm just going to put those off to the side for a second. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Put the points in the grooves. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these, and if you put the flat edge up against the end of your trimmer and put the point in the groove, you will get an exact triangle that you need. Now, I found that if I start from the bottom and cut up, it won't slide on me. If I tried to come down, sometimes it would slide on me. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, so we're going to do that again with this one. And then we have these two. So you'll end up with the 8 triangles. Alrighty. And I can put this aside now. Now we're going to try and figure out a pattern that we would like to follow. So we have those two. We try to match up the colors as best we can. Let me see what else we can do. I'm just looking at all these different pieces here. Okay, looks like that matches there, which means this one will match over here. Oh, not that way. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking for this one, I think. No, maybe not. Come on, where are these here? Here they are. These are the two that match. So I want to put those like that. And this over here. Now you can set them up any way you want. It doesn't have to be the way I'm going at it. But and there you go. No, that's not exactly what I wanted, but Okay, let me start over here. Let's keep, here's the two whites. All right. This is the part that takes the longest because you're trying to figure out how it's all gonna match. All right. And then we have this one. And I think this one will work. And then we take these and we put them on the outside. All right. And then you could turn this way and see what it looks like. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. I want to see if I can do something a little different. Let's switch these two around. Okay, that's a little different. I think that'll work. Okay. So what we're going to do then is I'm using mini dimensionals, and I am going to start to put the card together. Now you can put, here, let's do it like this or something so I can see it a little differently. Do it like that. Do it like this. Okay. Anyway, I'm using the mini dimensionals to get these pieces on here, but I'm going to pop them all up. And you can do 2 to 3 on each piece. It doesn't really matter. And I am going to center this the best I can. What I want to do we might have to do some adjusting in a little bit. Let's see, how did I do this? I don't remember what I did with the card. Okay. Yes, I do remember. And you want to leave a little bit of space. You can put it all as one block, or you can leave just a little bit of space to make it, it just gives it a little more dimension. All right, where's my, all right, put that on there. And we're going to take these two and this one. There we go. The fun part about this is just finding the pattern that you really like, and they can fall into place so easy, and it really turns out to be something pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. Try and leave a little space on both sides. And this one comes next. Okay, and then one more out of each of these. And I think I'm going to go over the edge on this, so I might have to do some adjusting, because I don't know if I lined it up correctly. This will go right here. These little ones are hard to get the paper off of. Okay, and then we're going to go right up, leave a little bit of space, and there we go. And that's our card. Aren't those cool? I just love those. Did another one earlier today that I thought, and this one I separated. I had a little bit of space between everything. Let me fix that there. There we go. A little bit of space between each triangle, and this one I did just as a block. One big block. So either one of them, I mean, they both look great. They both work out really nice, and it's a lot of fun. So that is the Kaleidoscope tile card. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you want any of the products that were shown here today, be sure and scroll down from the video and you will see the links to get to my shop. All right. Have a great week, and I will see you on Sunday for my Simple Sunday video. Bye now.